Hi, folks. This is another edition of my show, The Stuart Dog Show. I'm starring myself, Stuart Dahl, coming to you live from my house, right here in lovely Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where the current temperature is about 19 degrees, and we should be on our way to about 27 degrees. But there may be a chance of showers today, and there might be a risk of a thunderstorm. But it looks like it's going to be a bit of a scorcher today. It's supposed to be 27 degrees with the humidex at about 34 degrees, which isn't so bad, compared to that one Wednesday where we had like the humidex was at like 43 degrees, like it was like, oh my god, like it was so suffocating hot, like it wasn't even funny to begin with. Like I really felt sorry for those people that actually had to work outdoors in that heat. Um, but other than that, it looks like it's going to be a good August long weekend, despite the chance of showers today. Um, Now let's just get right into my show. One thing I want to start off my show with is like as of late, like it's not even funny how the world has become these days because like there's been like like police shooting, and there's been a lot of police shootings like like over the last couple of years. There like I think what really kind of really started it off was that was that shooting of that unarmed black teen in Ferguson, Missouri. I can't remember when that was, but I think that's what really started the problem in that. So it's been and like it's not even it's not even funny. So for you people on YouTube, that think that this is funny, it's not type of thing. I'm kind of being serious about this because like there's been so many shootings in the United States from like there's been like police shootings. There's been like a couple mass shootings. There was one in Orlando, Florida. Now there was one in Fort Myers, Florida. Like really, really, can't the Americans actually do something? But oh wait, some Americans can be utter complete dumbasses at times. And this is no offense, by the way. And for you people that are on YouTube that really don't like my opinion about Americans at times, basically, I will just basically tell you where to go and how to get there. And if you don't like it, then you can just bite me type of thing. But these are my opinions. So like, if you really don't like them, then you basically y'all can just bugger off type of thing. But anyways, the only person that I would really rather not be the next president of the United States is Donald dumbass Trump. Yes, you heard me, Donald dumbass Trump. And yes, I call him a dumbass and a tool for a reason. And sorry for the language, folks, for you people on YouTube. It's just Donald Trump is really not there if you really know what I mean, type of thing. But the only person I would rather be the next president of the United States if it does happen is Hillary Clinton. That's all I have to say. What was it? Now I'm gonna go on to another completely news-related subject. This is from pardon me, part of that, folks. Anyways, this is called Germany deliberates an anti-terror response. the Munich cabinet wants to have more experts monitoring extremists and recruit more people for special police forces, according to a strategy paper published on Wednesday. Also, state authorities want bigger and better equipped police force with electric tasers, new weapons, batons, as well as protective vests and titanium helmets that would withstand a shot from a Kalashnikov. If, they said in an 18-page document called Law and Security Offensive. And and the thing, Munich also expects other states and the federal government to bolster police forces. This is a part of the same article, but this is titled Weekend. In the intended comes after 4 separate violent incidents in Germany. You heard me. Violent incidents in Germany, all involving youngsters with Muslim backgrounds. First, a 17-year-old refugee believed to be from Afghanistan injured 4 people during a stabbing rampage aboard a Bavarian train last week. The Islamic State group claimed responsibility several days later. An 18-year-old German-Iranian gunned down 9 people and killed himself in a Munich shooting spree, although authorities believe the killing was not politically motivated. On Sunday, a Syrian migrant killed a woman with a machete, and then an hour later, another Syrian blew himself out outside a music festival in the Bavarian town of Ambach, injuring 12 people. All these attacks closely followed by the Nice truck massacre that killed 84 people in France on Tuesday. France is once again targeting jihadists. And that Bavarian state premier Holzer Schieffer, and sorry for the mispronunciation, but I can't pronounce names correctly sometimes, has repeatedly knocked heads with Chancellor Angela Merkel over national migration policy. He's also one of the loudest voices to call for the closure of Germany's borders when his state takes many new arrivals via Austria last year. So yeah, on that subject, I totally understand, where, some of these, politicians from Germany are coming from, because, it's like, really, really, why can't Germany's Chancellor, Angela Merkel, actually do her freaking job? Like, type of thing. I'm not saying Angela Merkel is, a good, chancellor. She is. It's just, I think, in my opinion, as a German citizen, because of my German heritage, I don't think Angela Merkel and the whole German government in general are not doing enough to actually to protect the citizens of the Federal Republic of Germany in all the 16 states. But that's my opinion. If y'all don't like it, you can all just bug off. That's all I have to say. What else? Other than that, what was I gonna say? On another sports-related subject, for you Ryder fans out there that may be on YouTube that probably ended up watching that total garbage of a game for the Riders. No offense, by the way. Ended up it was like 22-0 for Montreal at halftime. I'm thinking like, really, 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 Chris Jones, why'd you get your head out of your ass? Type of thing. And sorry for the language, but folks, but anyways, it really it kind of is really annoying me at the fact that, you would think, oh, with, the Riders, getting rid of Corey Chamberlain, then Bob Dice and Brendan Taman, and then bringing in Chris Jones to be the new head coach and general manager, you would think, it would be a better start to the season for the Riders. Yeah, no, because I really hate to be brutally honest here, but I think some of the Rider players and coaches have their heads so far up their arses. It's not even funny. Like, really. Yo, I think the Riders really need to get things going. Because, like, this is what? This is like, this is what? Like, end of July, end of August type of thing? Like, really. It's already been like almost like maybe a month and a half this season. Like, it's just, for the rider players now, it's just, why don't you guys get your head out of your arses and actually, do your jobs and that, properly. I'm not saying they don't do their jobs properly. It's been such a disappointing start to the season for the Riders, and I'm one of the many people that's, very disappointed in terms of, how the Riders have started off the season. But that's that's just my opinion. What else? Um, here's another news related article. This is titled. This is from the RT. Excuse me. Sorry for that, folks. News website. It's titled "Russian military seriously a serious adversary after making impressive progress." Top NATO commander. What was it say? The Russian military has significantly progressed in recent years to become a very serious adversary to the United States and NATO. The bloc's top commander has said, nothing. Russia's army is now more professional, faster learning, and more agile at thinking. Was it Russia is back? General Curtis Scampatori, NATO's Supreme Allied Commander in Europe and head of the U.S. European Command, told the ESPN Security Forum on Friday. Run by renowned ESPN Institute to discuss U.S. national security issues. This year's forum featured top military brass, including U.S. Army Chief of Staff Mark Milley, NSA Director Mike Rogers, and the Commandant of the U.S. Marine Corps, Robert Naylor. I'm impressed at the fact that they have taken a force that has really had some serious problems problems only a few years ago, General Scampatori said, referring to the large-scale military reforms and the rearmament program that has taken place in Russia in recent years. You can only see that they have learned much from their doctor, based on the early Soviet doctrinate. They are pretty agile of thinking. If you think at the recent writings that their officers are doing, so they are actually taking a look at the world around them and see that they see it and adjusting their doctrine faces, which is impressive. um, the 2014 edition of Russia's military doctrine lists NATO expansion as a primary security challenge. Moscow has repeatedly said that the bloc's buildup at Russia's doorstep in Eastern Europe will not go unanswered, and they are clearly modernizing. Have recognized their force. They've made it smaller so they could be more professional. Scapinelli said. When you look at the weapon system, etc., have been watching us. They fire long-range precision missiles from submarines from surface ships, from medium bombers, all in Syria. He added, referring to Russia's anti-terror campaign in Syria, he believes that the Russian military do not have to launch its missiles from such distance, but it it did so for training purposes and as a show of force. What else? When you have a serious adversary here, they have taken very seriously. Relations between Russia and NATO remain tense, aimed at increased NATO activity in Eastern Europe and on borders that forces Moscow to adapt its military strategy into a new security situation. In early July, NATO agreed to deploy 4 additional battalions to the Baltic states and Poland on its summits in Warsaw. This buildup is a direct response, and I quote, a direct response to Russia's actions in Ukraine. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said on July 13th. The alliance has significantly increased its activities on Russia's doorstep, holding massive drills on its borders. The NATO also continues to build up its anti-missile defense system in Europe. Moscow deems these moves are superfluous, counterproductive, and they are confidentially essentially weakening pan-European and regional security while bringing us to the safety models of the Cold War era, as the Russian envoy to NATO, Alexander Gershkov, sorry for the mispronunciation, but I don't know how to pronounce names correctly, so you'll bear with me. And then the defense minister, Sergei Shugol, and sorry for the mispronunciation again, recently has announced that a task force has been created along Russia's borders with Europe to counterbalance NATO's massive military buildup there. So, as you all know, this is just a proven point that this world of ours has become really crazy and chaotic as of late, and you know what I mean, type of thing. Like, so yeah, you all understand that like I bet you some people in this world maybe are starting to get really frustrated, really sick and tired of this BS and what else? As you all probably know, for you WWE fans that may be on YouTube, their WWE Payback was last Sunday, July 24th, and there were some really awesome matches. And then I believe it was on July 19th. it was the WWE draft, WWE draft, and that. So people were drafted to SmackDown, which is headed by SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon and his general manager Daniel Bryan, and then Monday Night Raw, which is headed by their commissioner Stephanie McMahon and her general manager, WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley, and that. So like there's been like a really massive shakeup, in the WWE as of late, and that. Oh, what else? Other than that, I just plan on just chilling at home today, relaxing and that type of thing, and that just doing stuff around the house, working on my laptop and stuff. What else? Oh, here's a news related article. This is from the USA Day. It's titled North Korea, U.S. has crossed the red line and declared war. North Korea's top diplomat for the U.S. affairs told the Association Press on Thursday that Washington crossed the red line and effectively declared war, by putting leader Kim Jong Un on its list of sanctioned individuals, and said a vicious showdown could erupt if the U.S. and South Korea hold annual war games as planned next month. Han Han So Han Son Ward, sorry for the mispronunciation, the director slash general of the U.S. Affairs Department at North Korea's foreign ministry, said in an interview that in that recent U.S. actions have put the situation on the Korean Peninsula on a war footing. The United States and South Korea regularly conduct joint military exercises south of the demilitarized zone, and Pyongyang typically responds to them with a tough talk and threats of retaliation. And that, so yeah, like this is just another example of the load of BS and that has gone on as of late. It has really gone on, and that what else? Anyways, as you all probably know, that North Korea is probably the most isolated country in the world, because I'll help you guys understand what it is like in Korea. Korea during World War II was controlled by Japan because Japan wanted to expand its empire for strategic but vital reasons, because in terms of like like raw materials such as rubber and oil and that to fuel up the Japanese war machine and that. And by then Japan had total control of most of the Pacific, and Korea was under Japan's control. But up until Japan's final surrender on September 2nd, 1945, which effectively ended World War II. But in the Pacific, but World War II in Europe ended on May the 9th. And May 8th/9th, because of the time difference between with Moscow. Anyways, so then after World War II, the Korean Peninsula was divided along the 38 parallel. In the south, the Americans were in control in the south, and then in the north, there was a communist regime sponsored by the then Soviet Union, and and yeah, so I think you guys kind of get the gist of it type of thing. And what else? Other than that, other than that, it's just I have nothing else to say because like I've said before, this world has become really crazy and psychotic, as of late. And but that's my opinion. And what else? Uh, I do agree on Germany's immigration policy. It's nice that Angela Merkel's trying to help out these refugees and that are fleeing these countries. But I think Germany really needs to do a thorough background check on these refugees before they actually let them in, because you never know. There could be criminals among these refugees, and the Germans don't know it till it's too late type of thing. It's just I think everybody in this entire world is starting to get like really sick and tired of all this BS and that, from like from police shootings, the mass shootings, the incidents involving black people, and that it's just this world has become really crazy and psychotic. I think really ever since 9/11, and that it's just like like what I mean, folks. What else? What was it today? SummerSlam for you folks that are WWE fans on YouTube. Just to let you know, is 4 weeks away. On 4 weeks away. So for you people that don't have the WWE network now, or don't have it in August, it's best to start. If you want to start your free month in August, it's a good idea because the WWE Network has a lot to offer, from original programming, and and then you pretty much get all the pay-per-views throughout the year practically for free, because you only pay for the WWE channel, which is like $12 a month for us people up in Canada and that. But yeah, what was I gonna say? And it's nice that Randy Orton is back now after being out of action for 9 months as a result of a shoulder injury and that. But it's nice that he's back in that. Yeah, because he made his return at WWE Battleground and at just recently, and it looks like and he said when he came back, I want to fight the biggest, the baddest person on this planet. Who's Randy Orton gonna face at SummerSlam? None other than the former UFC heavyweight champion, former NCAA Division One heavyweight champion, and former WWE champion, Brock Lesnar. So that's shaping up to be a good one. But other than that, this has been another edition of my show, The Stuart Doll Show. For you young people, stay out of school, stay in, no, I meant stay in school, stay out of trouble, and you'll do fine. And that, and I'll try to make, like I said before, I always say, I'll try to make as, many videos for my show, The Stuart Doll Show, as often as I can, but sometimes it's hard because I'm always constantly busy with something, but I'll try my best to make as many videos as possible for you people on YouTube, but also including my subscribers on YouTube. But other than that, Alvida Zane, bye bye, and just stay cool, my friends.